Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Tight into the right, tight into the right. Move. We got three, fellas, we got three. Under 10, 10.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Davis on the counter. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Elway. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Pulled in at the 24. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, dude. Watch the slip. Now.
On the carry, it's Jackson. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Hey, Echo. Leo.
They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Let's go, 50, plant. Hey! Just like that.
So first down carry for Davis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Davis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Elway. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo. Take 3. 218. Jump. Check 31. Check 31.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Switch. Look at me. Go.
Now it's Davis. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check tight. He's checking. Crash.
We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Got it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go. Kill. Lee Griffin.
Now a give, right side. It's Jackson, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Rock it. Check 52, 6-6, bullet high.
On 3rd down, Davis. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
You don't want this.
On 1st down, Jackson. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set up, 18, Gator. Hey, watch the slant. Sure. Get it.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 56. Go. Watch out. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Set 50, plant. 56. Rip left. Check it out. Topper. Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. Davis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Elway. And his throw here's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Out of the gun, Elway. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Joker. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, Jackson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 10 logo. Danny, come. Hey, Delta.
56, the mock boy, 56. Check, 56. Silver. Mike 56.
2nd and 13. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Davis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, here we go.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
56, right there, 56. Squeeze, double. Tight dog.
Yes.
SOS.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other one.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Go! 60 or. Look at me. Zipper. Go. 5.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70, Indy.
Watch the pass.
Ready?
On second down, Elway. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Hey, pick your game up. Show it up.
Shoot.
On third down, it's Davis, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Broncos push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Raiders nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Second and 6. That's complete. It's Charles. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go again with Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
He's going to fire one deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready up.
6 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Mike 55.
From the gun, Elway. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Ready to break.
56 is the mic. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
36. Raiders nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Fair.
2nd and 15. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
8-3. Takes 3. 2-18. Shoot.
On 1st down, Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 9-yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Another try for Davis. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Davis, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So out comes the field goal team once more. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Denver, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 3rd down, it's Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Redskins 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On second down, Johnson.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
45. Right. Mike, 45. Time to go. Night. Go. We got it. Go.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mayfield escaping the pressure. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On third down, Johnson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins is going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Redskins 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, baby.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run it with Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line. Now Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On second down is Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, 133.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And got his man complete. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And it's caught by Herndon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22. On 1st and 10, Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. I remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
180! Let's go, you tighten up. Let's go, you tighten up. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
And the Browns 1st down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Herndon's got it complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Mayfield on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Looking left side, and it's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go. 20. Peace.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Mayfield, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year, and the Browns have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, like shit. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, it's Haskins. Gets it off to Freeman. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 65. 65. Match box. Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That'll be caught by Hester. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 76 yards. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball. almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
First down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Throwing, Mayfield, flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Redskins 34, Browns 27.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Redskins, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the